Okay, I'm gonna start this off by saying I don't want to make this a black white thing issue because that is not what I'm saying with this video. Um, I just got off work and I learned that they did go ahead with the prosecution with um, killing Troy Davis, and it's sad. It very is sad. So if you, like I said, y'all know I speak my mind and I speak the truth or what I believe is the truth until I'm proven wrong. So some of you, if you get, I don't want to say offended by this video, then I'm sorry. I have an opinion, and to be totally honest with you, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. But I got home and I read this status, and I'm going to share it to you. It said, on August 28, 1955, a black boy named Emmett Till was kidnapped, beaten beyond recognition, and shot by two white men who got acquitted of all charges. September 15, 1963, four black little girls were killed by a bomb which was linked to four white men. Only one was tried, then acquitted, and was given $100 fine. Does anyone remember Rodney King? On August 19th, 1989, a white police officer was shot and killed, and a black man, Troy Davis, was tried, convicted, and sentenced to death to the death penalty with no physical evidence of corrupt confessions and no weapon ever found. Yet he was murdered today. It says it just goes to show how unjust, and this is the status, this is not my reading, and and prejudice the judicial system still is. And it says praying for a change in the world, and to repost this. Now, and I got 2 likes from that. People have been taking this to Twitter since last night. Celebrities like Russell Simmons, Kamora Lee, um, all different celebrities on Twitter on my timeline were posting stuff, sending out numbers to get us people to call in for this. Now, I'm gonna read you what some of the citizens are saying out on Twitter. First, let me say, and someone posted this on Twitter earlier, Barack Obama is our president. Everything that happens nowadays, since it's close to the end of his first term, it seems, and even since the beginning, if something happens, everyone wants to blame our president. Now, a cat get killed in the road, it's Barack's fault. Stuff that this man has no control over. Like they said, it is different from the federal government and the state government. It's all kind of linked, but it is a difference. If y'all remember, Casey Anthony, I think that was her name, killed a child. She had all the evidence in the world. Nobody else. But yet this trick gets almost $500,000 or something like that. And she walked away free, changing her name, and she's living. Whether she physically killed her child or if something happened to the baby and she helped cover it up, that's just as bad as killing that child. Now, for them to have all the evidence leaking to her or having her to have some kind of part in it and nobody else, and for her to walk free, that's fucked up. And here you have this man back years ago, before I was even born, about 20, 25 years ago, something like that, get convicted of something. They have no physical evidence. They have doubts that he even did it. But I hate to say, because he's black, which may be the issue, he got killed today. The world is not equal. And it's sad to say that here it is, 2011, September 21st, 2011, and you still have racism that goes on in this world. I give you a key example. I was at work today, and me and one of my coworkers was talking, and this lady walked by, and she was loud, very loud on the phone. Girl, da, 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 had blue hair with pink streaks in it, and I was just like, "That's just ghetto." That's all I said. I was like, "That's just ghetto and trifling to be walking through the store like that." And she didn't care. She had all the cares in the world. And so the other lady who I was helping, she was like, "Yes, I didn't want to say anything, but yes, that is." So the next customer comes up and she's like, "Did you say that was ghetto?" I was like, "Yes, that was very ghetto." And she goes, "You black, right?" I say, "Yes, I am. I look in the mirror every morning. I do know that I'm black. What does that have to do with anything?" "Well, you called her ghetto." "Okay, and just because I said she's ghetto, that doesn't mean anything." She's like, "You black, right?" Meaning like you must be ghetto. No, every black person is not ghetto. Every black person is not a nigger. It is a difference, and it's sad to say. That is a word. The N word is a word that is used constantly in the African American race. Should it be used? No. Will it ever stop being used amongst them? No. Why do they get upset if someone else outside of their race call them a nigger with the ER on it? I don't know. It takes a lot of stuff to offend me. I don't get offended because, you know, you have to be smarter than a word. And that's how I feel about it. You have to be smarter than a word. But she said that as if, "Why you calling her ghetto? You black." I can proudly say, not bragging or anything, I'm not ghetto. Not ghetto, never lived in none of that. You know what I mean? And if that's what you say, that's not a problem. That's just a term that us humans have given a neighborhood for the black community. Is it right? No. But yet you have the black rappers, you have the black students, the black kids constantly running around. "Oh, I'm from the hood. I'm from the ghetto." You know what I'm saying? "I'm from the projects." So you cannot get mad when someone else says she from the hood. She a hood rat. She's ghetto. Because it's terms that the black people in the black community use. Should they say other people can use it? It's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? But that just kind of, pissed me off because she's like, "Why are you calling her ghetto? You black?" Meaning, "Oh, you ghetto too," or something like that. No, bro. No. It ain't even going down like that. And so, I know, back to this whole Troy Davis thing. Like I said, it's really fucked up, and it's not another way to really put it. I mean, you constantly sit here and you have all these rights. It says, someone else said, "We live in America and it's supposed to be you're innocent until proven guilty. But when you're a black person, you're guilty until proven innocent." You can't really argue with that because in most cases, that is what happens. There are probably more innocent people in prison than it is out on the streets. You know what I'm saying? The system is so messed up. You go to jail for 30, 45 years for selling dope, and the killers get out after 5. You know what I mean? Yes, the system is messed up. You got these people. Well, in Texas, you go to jail for killing kids or something like that. They gonna kill your ass when you get in the system. I mean, me personally, I don't think a human should take another human life. It's not their place. You're not God or whatever, but stuff happens. It's the world. But what happened today with this Troy Davis, if there's no evidence, just like Johnny said, what is his name? Johnny Cochran, "If it don't fit, you must quit." If you have no evidence against somebody, then how can you accuse them of something? This is supposed to be America, land of the free. Ain't nothing free in this mug. Nothing free at all. So let's see what they talking about on Twitter. Let's see. You have, wow, since I started this, over almost 200 more um over 200 more replies. Um So apparently there was a petition that says over 1 million people signed a petition against his killing. Um, Apparently he was killed at 11:08. God rest his soul. Okay, I don't get the whole donations thing. Um, I mean, some of the stuff I don't really want to say on the thing. It says something here about a witness claims Sylvester Coles admitted to the killing, but his testimony was never um, used. And I heard that again too. Someone else admitted to it, and they actually had him linked, but they still killed this man. So I mean, it's sad. Get on Twitter and type in the hash slash hashtag or whatever you call it, and search Troy Davis. Like it's racism. It's I don't know. People are the people are really kind of pissed on it. Apparently, his last words was, "May God have mercy on our souls. God bless your souls." You know, I mean, I don't know. It's hard, but yeah. So, I'm trying to find the video, y'all. All right. So, with that being said, not not picking out young black men, young black women, the black race. I'm gonna say this. Even though it is 2011 and you have young black entrepreneurs, you have black sports players, and you know the directors and talk show hosts and stuff like that. At the end of the day, you are black. You may have to work, and I'm not saying it's fair, but you have to look at yourself and you have to accept the fact that you are going to have to work just a little bit harder than the next man who may have every single thing that you have, the same education, the same IQ level, the same SAT score, everything like that. But because you have pigments in your skin, you're going to have to work twice as hard, if not more, to get where you want to be, to outdo that white man or Indian, Chinese, any of it. So if you do right, you don't have to worry about being killed for something that you did not do. You don't have to worry about being locked up from your children for stuff that you did not do. You know, I don't want to say go to school, because school ain't for everybody. Right now I'm in a whole mist about school. But live your life right. Stay out of trouble, because as you can see, you living in a world that's heartless. You living in a world, a country that's supposed to be free, but yet you have stuff like this happening. So y'all, the best advice that you can give yourself is to stay out of trouble. Don't be in the wrong places at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Live right. Get right with God. And sometimes, who knows? Yeah, he might not have been guilty of that crime, and he may not have deserved to die. But look at it this way. That's how God wanted him. God wanted him. And it's sad that he had to go out like that. But you never know what God has in store for that man. Yes, it's fucked up how he died. But like I said, God must have wanted him. Because if not, nothing that Needle could have put him to rest if it wasn't meant for him to die. So with that being said, rest in peace. Y'all think about this. Let me know. Rate, comment, and subscribe.